So this week we've decided to take a look at the 2017 Hyundai Tucson. It's a new model for this year. They've refreshed it. It looks really nice. And it's got quite a few features for this model. Like I said, this is the 2.0 Premium all-wheel drive. Now you can get a 2.0 front-wheel drive, and it's the same idea. The premium version of this has all-wheel drive instead of front-wheel. You have blind spot monitoring. You've got the backup, when you're backing up, the cross traffic alert system. You've got a panoramic sunroof, heated steering wheel, heated front seats, heated rear seats, leatherette for the front and the back. Now, it's not the best SUV that I've driven for myself. I'm not really interested in SUVs altogether. I prefer car. But there's certainly some good things that this has going for it. Like I said, blind spot monitoring is a nice thing to have. The cross traffic alert thing I'm not really sold on personally. Panoramic sunroof is really nice. I like to keep it open, at least the shade part, and then you can pop open the front half, slides up on top, so you can get some air coming in there. The seats actually aren't too uncomfortable. Usually we do this 600-kilometer drive twice a year. Last time we took the 7 Series BMW. This time we took this. We've taken other cars before. Hyundai Sonata and Kia Sorento are the two main ones that we've usually taken. And I gotta say, the seats are pretty comfortable. One thing happens with every car, not just this one, but pretty much every car, where your arms sit on the door and the center console, absolutely unbearably uncomfortable after a long period of time. I'm at the point now where my left arm is so sore that I actually can't have it sitting anymore on the seat. I have to kind of keep my arms flat in order to be able to still drive the car and still be comfortable. So my suggestion to Hyundai would be to maybe look into getting some more padding there. It's actually not even very well padded to begin with, just a small section of it. So if you're going on long journeys, that might be something to think about. But other than that, I mean, I've had pretty good back support and butt support with these seats. The comfort system's great. You've got dual zone automatic climate control, which is nice. So you can have your passenger with a little bit hotter or colder temperature setting than you. And I'm sure if it wasn't like 40 degrees, I would take full advantage of the heated seats and steering wheel. So those things absolutely work. I've used them in other products from Hyundai before, and they're great. So if you're looking at the entry type level small SUV, this is certainly a nice one in terms of the features you get. And really, I think the only thing that you lose, other than the armrest and my biggest concern is the engine. The 2-liter inline 4 is really underpowered. When you're getting on the highway, it's a struggle. Like, it's a mission. You're flooring it even in sport mode, and you're praying to God that the thing's going to get like to 100 by the time you get to the end of the on-ramp. Getting in front and around people, like the engine just goes, and it's like, Argh! So I don't know. I mean, they're putting, it's a big car. It's not small, it's not light. It's got a lot of tech. It's not as heavy as obviously the competition, but considering it's just a 2-liter 4-banger, I mean, it's a lot of car for such a small engine to push. Now, I don't have the fuel numbers in front of me, but you can see on the screen. I'm going to be putting them somewhere around here. The fuel economy, both for blended highway and city driving. So far, with I'd say 95% highway driving, we've gotten 8 liters per 100, which I know is below what they've stated. I want to say they've got it at 9. So 8 liters per 100 kilometers is pretty good. It's got a small tank though. I think it's about 55 liters, so we're filling up. Quite often, we're getting maybe 600 liters to a tank. We've filled it up now twice. So keep in mind, if you want to go on a long distance, you got to stop often enough in order to kind of get going, right? Smaller tanks, again, it's what we see now in new cars. So that's sort of the review part. We're gonna go take a look inside the car. We're gonna look at the front and the back and the exterior of the car. I'm gonna show you all the features that it's got so that you get an idea of what this car is all about. So if you've been in other recent Hyundai products, the interior is pretty familiar. Same type of steering wheel. You've also got the same type of instrument cluster and the center console here. So we're going to show you the button layout and everything. So you've got your back windows, your front ones. The driver is the only automatic one. You've got your lock for the rear windows, door locks, mirror left and right. There's no auto folding for that, but you do have your blind spot, which I can't test while we're parked. Down here is where you would have all of the other driver assist features. This is just the illumination control for your instrument cluster there. This button is for your BSD system, your blind spot monitoring. Blank key there, traction control, and then another blank spot there. On the steering wheel itself, your Bluetooth buttons. And in terms of the Bluetooth, I'm never happy with the in-car Bluetooth system. This one hasn't been that great. Takes a while to answer the call, and sometimes it just doesn't work. So keep that in mind. You've got voice recognition. I never ever use it ever. Mode is to switch your satellite to radio, to CD, or MP3 like that. So we'll just flip through, and it goes through all of it. So back to there. Now, in terms of these buttons here on the right side of your steering wheel, this controls your, obviously, cruise control to set, resume, cancel, and then the ones on the left here control what's going on the screen here. So right now I've got it on the range. You can switch through to trip A and B. This was reset actually just after we started, so we're about 1,100 kilometers in. You've got your current speed, which is 0, and then if you push the little menu button, it switches through so you can see what you're listening to. Your service, which is off on this one, and then you can go through settings. We're not going to go through them all, but you have an idea of what's there. The infotainment is the basic one that you get with this particular car. So again, you've got your radio, phone, media, and all of that. I'm not going to play with it too much. Sound system's not too bad. It's got XM radio if you want to subscribe to that. If not, the radio and CD functions as well as Bluetooth or auxiliary aren't too bad. A little bit further down, you've got your climate control settings. As I mentioned, it is automatic, so you can set 26 degrees there, 17.5 degrees on this side, and it'll go. And then just push one of the buttons here to turn off the automatic setting, and then this button syncs it. So the driver's side will decide what the temperature's at. That's actually a good feature. It's not on a lot of cars. I know newer ones are doing it, but it's something nice to have, especially if you like to have both sides the same. Maybe you don't have a passenger all the time. It's super nice to have. Off, obviously turns off the system, and then to turn it back on, you push the keys. That is for your fan control. I don't really like these. The mode button, you see it flips. We're at the bottom feet, upper and lower vents, upper vent only, defrost, and lower vent. It's, yeah, you get used to it, but it'd be kind of nice if it was the button corresponding to what you want to do. Air conditioning on and off, heated front seats, heated steering wheel, and when you do that, it does pop up on your instrument cluster. Especially for the steering wheel, it's nice to have, just so that you know. And then same thing if you were to turn off your blind spot monitoring or traction control, it pops up and tells you. Front and rear defrost. Rear won't turn on because the car's not running. Circulation, either fresh air when it's off or when the light is blue, you're recirculating air, and then your passenger side. Got two cigarette lighter plugs there, so you can plug in your phones. They were pretty good for me. I don't usually use the USB on any car to charge my phone. I usually like to bring my own little connector there, and it worked pretty well. So you've got two of those there, USB if you want to listen to music, auxiliary as well if you want to listen to that. Your little mat here pops out should you get it full of gunk, need to wash it. Gear selector, I believe if you get the 1.6 turbo of this car, it comes with a dual clutch transmission. This one's just the regular one. You know, if you really wanted to, you could throw it into automatic with manual shifting. So really, it's not like this car's not meant for that. Down here at the bottom, you have a blank key. You've got your four-wheel drive lock mode, drive mode, which cycles it through eco, regular, and sport, and then your your downhill control system there. On the other side, just your exit, window switch, lock switch, and glove box there. And then the center console flips up. You got some storage in there. Two cup holders, little tray, little coin tray. Overall, it's actually a pretty good amount of storage for you to be able to put stuff. You've got the glove box. You've got pockets there on the side. So it's a pretty good amount of storage that you can fit in this particular car. And with the Premium, you do have a little place here for your sunglasses. You've got your lights, turn it on and off if the doors are open, and then this button here controls the panoramic sunroof. Now, I will do my best to kind of show you how it works, because you need to play with it a little bit. So if you slide it in, and it will take a minute just because the roof is completely open, it will slide the top part all the way in. Now, if you push up, just as you would in a regular non-moonroof sunroof, it tilts up the roof. And then if you were to push just a little bit, it slides the screen back. And then again, I will hope to be able to get it on video, but if you push all the way is when the roof itself will open up. And like I said, it's pretty good amount of light that you get out of that. Pretty good amount of air too. It's really nice to have. So again, if you push just a little bit on the button, it will retract the sunroof or the moonroof portion of the glass. And then if you were to either push it the whole way the first time or push it again, then it will take the shade up. So if for whatever reason, maybe it's really sunny out, you don't want to see it, you just push that, and then you're good to go. This is also equipped with just a driver side power option. So you've got a control for the bottom portion, the top, and lumbar support on the side of the controls there. We're just going to test the cross lane assistant alert here, and it should go off right now. Now the reason I don't like that, I'm not moving. The car is at a standstill. There's no movement of the vehicle at all. Obviously, I'm aware of my surroundings, so the fact that it does that, if you know, maybe if you're not paying attention, which you should be, or maybe you're not familiar and the alarm doesn't go off. Like let's say you're just about to back up and you know that guy was coming, and that alarm goes off, it might startle you, right? I don't really like it. You can easily turn it off through the settings, but just something to keep in mind. That's what they're putting in the cars these days. If it's got cross traffic alert, whatever they want to call it, that's essentially what happens. Now you're not going to expect to be able to fit the entire family in the back of this car if you've got a family of 5, but it does give you enough room. You know, my daughter's 2.5, she's like 3.5 feet tall, and yeah, she's able to pretty easily kick the back of that seat. But you know, what can you really do? That's what you get with almost any SUV of this size. You've got a little cup holder there for your passengers. You can fold it up, keep it out of the way. There is a control here, so you can flatten the seats down pretty easily. Actually, it's one of the easier controls. And then, as I mentioned, with the 2.0 Premium, you do get rear heated seats. So the controls are there, and your window switch control there. Obviously, I've disabled it just because we've got the kid in the back. And trunk size is average. We were able to put about 2 suitcases, bunch of stuff, all the pool toys, fun things like that, little stroller. So you can fit, you know, an average amount of things in there. You do have a spare tire underneath the floorboard there, a little donut with some equipment to rotate your tire around. That's about it. It's not a power option, so you just shut the trunk, and that's what you got in the trunk there. And then you do have a backup camera, which pretty much is standard with all new cars. I don't remember even seeing one now without a backup camera, so it's not bad. As always, thank you very much for watching our videos. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you have any comments or questions about the car, please let us know below. Give us a thumbs up on YouTube if you like the video. Don't forget to subscribe too. We try to do videos as often as we can, so you'll get them as soon as we upload it. Give you bonus points here for anybody who might know where we're shooting today. Usually we're in Ontario, but today we're somewhere different. So if you have an idea of where we are, it doesn't need to be the exact geographical coordinates, but if you think you know what city and specifically what part of it we're in, let us know. Kind of using the background here as a hint. You win free internet points. So let us know in the comments below where you think we are. Until next time, we'll try to get some more videos out there. If you like the different kinds of cars that we can review, then we'll continue doing that. If not, we'll stick to what we've been doing up until now. So let us know what you like, and maybe let us know what you'd like us to do next, and I will do my best to make it happen. Again, thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.